Did you just hear that? I think someone's outside. Is someone going to break into my house? Let me hit this panic button. Whoa, that's loud. Let me shut that off.
Alarm off.
Woo. Comes in handy. Today we're going to be looking at the Simplisafe home security system. This is Jeff with Jeff Reviews for You. My channel is dedicated to reviewing mostly as seen on TV items. I look at some consumer gadgets, other household items. Once in a while, I do a little bit of a DIY just because I like to. If that interests you, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel and click the bell below. That way you're notified every time I release a video just like this one. Oh yeah, one more thing. Don't forget to check down in the description for my social media, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I would love it if you would follow me there too. Now, let's dig into this Simplisafe kit. Alright, so I want to let you know that the kit outlined in this review cost around $420. That's purchased some items from the Simplisafe website, some from Amazon, just depending on what they had. The prices were very similar. I said the only difference is when I looked at the Simplisafe website, the kit that I purchased came with a free camera. Now I will show you the camera in this video. I'm just not going to set it up in this specific video. I'm going to do that in a subsequent review. I just wanted you to know that $420 is a lot of money. And you know what? I really thank the Coldest water company for sponsoring this video. So not that long ago, I actually did a review of the Coldest water bottle, this one right here, and I compared it to two of its competitors. One, to see which one would keep water cool or cold the longest, and second, which one would keep coffee warm the longest. And the Coldest water bottle won both times, and it really sold me on the product. What I'm going to do is down in the description, I'm going to leave you two links. The first link's like, you know what? I really like the Coldest water bottle, that, or the tumbler, or whatever. I just can't afford it right now, or I don't want to afford it right now. Well, they give them away on a weekly basis. All you do is enter your information down, and you're entered into the drawing. Well, the second link is actually a link right to their website, and if you're ready to buy, you can go in there, peruse their different products, and purchase as you may. That's down in the description. Now, let's tear into the Simplisafe kit. My new Simplisafe system has come in the mail. Oh, you can see over here I have my original base station and my original keypad. So here's my new base station, my new keypad. I've got an entry sensor. Actually, I have lots of those. I have a panic button, a motion sensor, a water sensor, a glass break sensor. They sent me this camera for free. I also have this yard sign and window stickers. Now, the reason why I'm replacing this is look at the screen. Do you see how it says error? Well, every other day or so, things are just breaking. I'm ending up having to replace entry sensors. My smoke detectors don't work anymore. My water sensor doesn't work anymore. They're all just going defective. I have had the original unit for about 5 years. And so honestly, it's just time to replace. So let's unbox this real quick. So right off the bat, you can tell that the unit is a whole lot sleeker. I mean, just the design between the two different keypads and the base stations are pretty impressive. The difference, I mean, it's a lot smaller profile, it's a cleaner look. I'm looking forward to going and installing, but first I actually have to take off all of my door sensors around the house so I can install the new ones. All right, so now let's talk about setting this up. First thing it tells me to do is to pull the tab out of the back of the base station. That has been done. I also have the battery or the plug right here, so I'm going to plug it in. Ooh, wouldn't that sound cool?
Welcome to Simplisafe.
Well, that's nice. All right, so next one I'm going to, I guess, take the pull tab out of the back here. Maybe peel off this screen. I'm going to set up my password here as soon as it lets me. So I missed it, but it just said searching for base station, found base station, now install process or install progress. Let's hit menu to continue. Menu button's down here. We're going to choose a master pin. For the point of this, I'm just going to hit all ones. And I'm going to hit OK. I don't see an OK button. Where's the OK? Oh, maybe I hit set.
New pin confirmed.
All right, this is a really cool feature. On the top of most of the items, there's a little button. I got to pull the tab out first. If I were to push this little button, the base station will sense it. Watch.
Entry sensor.
So it knew I just clicked an entry sensor. So now what I get to do is I get to go and click through to see, hey, which one is this for. So I'm just going to pick garage and I'll hit set.
Entry sensor.
All right.
Named.
Pretty sweet. In my system, I opted for a water sensor.
Water sensor. Detected. Now choose a name.
So what I plan on doing with this is putting it below the toilet in the bathroom that's rarely used. Therefore, if it ever starts to leak or drip, this thing will notify me immediately and I can avoid some terrible leaks. All right, so this part of the sensor is pretty easy to take off. You just either push it up or down depending on which way it was installed. I think this one's a down pole. And then I have my command strips right here that I can just pull these, oops, as best I can to remove it. Let's see, let's have to work on that a little. It's supposed to work better than that. Now it has been up for 5 years, so this might be more difficult than I thought. Anyway, the other part that it's going to be difficult is taking these off because these don't have the command strips. They're just the 3M strips, and I'm going to leave these behind, so I'll have to figure a way. Well, actually that came off pretty easy. Anyway, so now that that part's off, I'm going to work on getting the piece right here off the window, and then I'm going to install the new piece. Okay, to install, we're first going to take the plastic off the back of this sticky point, and when we go to install it, I'm going to have this little divot facing the window. I'm actually going to stick it in around the same spot I had the other one. I'm just going to sit and push and hold. And then on the back of the actual sensor is this pull tab. Remove the pull tab. That activates the sensor. Once you're ready, align them up. Push and hold. Now that is installed, ready to roll. So there's no point in having all these sensors and just hoping that they work. So I'm going to test them right now. I'm kind of a skeptic and I don't necessarily believe that things will work. So let's go test out the water sensor. We're going to test out the motion sensor, and then we're going to test out the glass break sensor. Those three things right now. Let's do it. I actually have my water sensor right here. I'm going to set it on a plate and pour some water on the plate and see what happens. Ooh.
Water sensor triggered.
That's pretty cool. Not even a whole lot of water.
Alarm off.
So I just turned my alarm off. That was pretty sweet. I like that function. Okay, so our alarm is on. It's away. I'm going to test this motion sensor, see what happens. Oh, I can see it's beeping. Does that tell me it must have went off? Pretty cool.
Alarm off.
All right, so we are armed at away. I've got a glass break sensor right here. I have my eye protection on. I'm wearing a glove here, and I have a light bulb that's burnt out. I'm going to try to break this light bulb with a hammer, and we're going to see how sensitive this sensor is for breaking glass. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Well, I sure broke that glass, but I don't think anything happened. Let's try that again. Well, I'm not too pleased with that device. Okay, so here's our second try. I've now moved the glass sensor so it's sitting up a little higher. I still have my glasses on. Let's just see what happens this time. I was just seeing if tapping it would do anything. All right, here we go. Well, I can't break it. It's funny. All right, try it. I wonder if I have a defective piece, because that clearly should have set this off. All right, so we're going to try this again. I'm going to just put this down in there and see what happens. Okay, so that time it went off. Maybe it's a frequency thing, I'm not sure. You know what? I was really impressed with all three sensors. Even the glass break sensor, which took a little more fooling around with to get it to work, but you know what? They all really work. Now, the glass break sensor could have had something to do with how quiet the glass was, or maybe just the room I was in. I'm not sure, but it ended up working. What I'm going to end up doing for my application is I have a room that's really just all windows, right? And it wouldn't make sense putting an entry sensor on each of those windows. So I'm going to put a glass break sensor and a motion sensor in that same room. So even if something gets broken and that doesn't work, it'll still have motion detection. All right, so I went and purchased another sensor that did not come with a system. All those other ones were programmed in already, and this one is not. So what I want to do is I want to add a device. So I'm going to go up here to Devices, click Open. I'm going to click Add a Device. And it's actually an entry sensor.
Press the button on the device you're adding.
So it's telling me to do the exact same thing as the other ones. Let me first pull this strip off. All right, click the button.
Entry sensor.
All right, so it found it. So this was not with the system. So that's pretty cool. Real easy to add a sensor. In this video, we've been looking at the Simplisafe home security system. Now, I had been a previous customer, and about 5 years ago, I purchased the system, and over time, the sensors would fail. I'd have to replace them, and so it was really time for me to upgrade. So here are my thoughts. One, I already like the ease of install. Real simple, pull off a sticker, put it on, and there you go, you're set up. I definitely like the upgrades that the company has done for the new system. What I did not like about the original system is every time you had to add a sensor or a device, you have to enter all those letters in, and it just was annoying. Now, all you have to do, push the button on the top, it recognizes it, and it adds it. I think that's really, really convenient for someone who needs to add or change sensors. I love the app. I can utilize it virtually. I do like the network integration now, where you can actually plug it into your internet and maybe support things that way. It's a pretty cool system. I definitely like all the different things that come with it. This was my review of the Simplisafe home security system. This is Jeff with Jeff Reviews for You. As always, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a great day. All right, so here I just wanted to show you a head-to-head of the sensors. These are the sensors here for the original system, and these are the most recent ones. I just want to let you listen to what the entry sensors sound like. So if you open a window, open a door, ready? That's the new way it sounds. Now let's listen to the old way. You know, it's funny, I kind of like the old way better. I did notice that if you had your original sensors or the magnet parts still on the window or door and you decide to use them, it ends up still working. See? I mean, they end up still working. So if you can't get these off, or maybe you don't want to take the old ones off, it still works on the new system. Although I will say the newer ones do look nicer next to them, so. I really do appreciate that you stayed around for my entire review of the Simplisafe home security system. On that lines of security, not that long ago, I actually did a review of the Heinvision network recorder video system. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to link that right up here. I would love it if you would click on this link. It's actually a recording system that you have video cameras around and a video that you can watch on. It's pretty sweet. So go ahead, click this link, and by the magic of the internet, I'm going to join you at this review. So go ahead, click it. It's safe. I promise.